turns a woman on like that?
What?
Being a good dad.
Being a good dad?
That's what turns women on like that.
You think so?
At that age? I don't know how old is she, but yeah, that age, yeah.
She must be, let's see, 40s maybe?
Yeah. So
she looks good.
That age, she's like, oh my God, this guy's a good dad. He's got muscles. Like those two things together are, you know.
So you think she wanted me?
Yeah.
One of the Spice Girls, by the way, viewers. Sporty Spice is out in the hallway. And we went outside and there was a lineup of a lot of straight men there to meet her. Real straight.
Debatable.
You don't think?
I mean, I don't know. They seemed questionable sexuality.
No, maybe just European, like a lot of lisps and stuff, but they seem very nice. And these people flew in all the way to see her. One guy flew from Ohio. That's not easy. That's like an hour. Yeah. And flew an hour. And she sits down and meets all of her fans. And she's probably, I would say, one of the top 4 Spice Girls.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna make believe I knew who she. When I came in and you told me who it was, I didn't know which. I don't know Spice Girl.
I thought it'd be funny if I sat down and I go, I love the Go-Go's or Bananarama. Right. There hasn't been a lot of girl groups as big as it. One of them married. It's Melanie C. I mean. Very attractive. Look at that. There she is all muscly. Look at that.
Yeah. So that's why she was probably checking you out because, like, you know, muscles. Like, she probably has a past.
I don't think she was checking me out at all. I think you were right. She was ready to get the fuck out of here. Abs.
I love how quickly that.
You like a girl with abs?
Yeah, those are abs.
Those are abs.
I'll be honest. Too muscular, not I get a little turned off because it's a little bit too masculine.
Yeah, because you get worried about your stomach rubbing against hers. There's her book, Who I Am.
Well, it just looks too much like a boy. I feel like, you know, a little bit of chunk is nice.
She's got abs there too.
Yeah. No, she's very, very sexy.
You like a flat tummy? I like a little bit of a belly.
Me too, yeah.
I like a little belly. I like some pushing for the cushion.
I think people always assume
for
that.
The pushing.
People assume.
Mushing. You like mushing?
I like mushing.
Yeah.
But people will assume that we would like, you know, girls that.
Men.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Generally.
No, it's men.
But the second thought is that we would like, you know, women that are, you know, fit. But I like women who are beautiful but have a little bit of a belly.
Okay. So let me tell you about this trip that I was on.
Let's hear it.
I went to Calgary, Alberta. And I go, I need a gym to train at. So there's a guy there that's like amateur comic. And the manager puts me in touch with him. He goes, you got to go to this place called Realm Fitness. And I was like, okay, I was thinking of Gold's or something. And then he goes, I took Brian Callen there a couple weeks ago. So I text Callen. I go 1 to 10. What do you rate this place? He goes 10. And I go, okay. Yeah. And I'm 2 hours behind. So I wake up 4:30 in the morning, which is my normal time, 6:30. And I'm like, okay, I can't get up at 4:30. I'm going to stay in bed till 6:37, go have some breakfast. And I'm like, I'm going to go. I got a rental car. I go to this gym and they go, just ask for the owner. They're going to take care of you all week. And I go, hey, is Mike here? They're like, oh yeah, he's in the back. He'll be right out. And I go, I'm Aaron Berg. I'm a comedian. He told me I could train here for the week. They go, yeah. He comes out with jeans on and stuff. And he goes, hey dude, I'll show you around. Shows me around. I was blown away. I have never seen a gym like this. And then I FaceTimed you and showed you this place. Massive, huge, every type of equipment. Panada, which I'd never used.
It was insane. I mean, sorry, that's my alarm. But it's when you FaceTime me, you know, I thought, I don't know what I was gonna see or whatever. Yeah. But because I've been to a lot of gyms and it was like a warehouse. It kind of almost looked like, you know, they were selling that equipment. Yeah. But you get to play with it, you know. I've been to gyms kind of similar to that, which it's awesome, where they have like for every muscle group, there's like 20 machines. Yeah. But that's what it looked like. Yeah.
That's what it was. And I've been to like Dragon's Lair and stuff. Yeah. And you're like, oh, okay. Dragon's Lair I thought was a bit small. Yeah. This place was so mad. And so he showed me around and I go, dude, you want to train? He goes, yeah. And I go, all right. And he had jeans on. I go, you going to change or are you an Indian man? And he goes, I'm going to change. And change. And I trained with Mike, the owner, all week.
Oh, nice.
Great dude, real like hardcore. We didn't go like overly heavy, but it was just nice to train with somebody and push like to the limit.
Did you use the Panada equipment where it's the bicep tricep?
Yeah.
That's the best. I've used that before. Yeah. For some reason, I can't explain it. The pump you get afterwards in both your bicep and tricep, I don't know. I mean, dumbbells, barbells, that machine specifically, the angle they put it in, I don't know what kind of technicians.
I am spoiled now. I love Jersey Barbell. It's my home gym.
Yeah.
It's a little small, old school, hardcore place.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, man, I wish I had all these different options. There was like a leg press, but like on an angle, a different angle that I'd never hit. And it was just insane. 15 pros working out there. There was this girl named Kat that I saw shredded.
Yeah.
And I go, when's the show? She goes, I'm not stepping on stage till I get my legs ready. And I go, what? And she was a pro.
Right.
And I go, you stay in this shape all year? She goes, yeah. And I go, dude.
Yeah.
I had a friend that did that, Johnny Thor. He would diet all year round, just stay shredded.
I mean, that's not healthy though. That's, I think letting yourself, listen, I'm not going to be like, you can be on gear all year round. I don't care about that. Like, my thing is being shredded, I think is like very bad for your health all year round.
Really?
Yeah. Because, the body's just not meant to sustain that amount of leanness. I just, I don't have any data in front of me, but I just know that the guys who are like, remember that guy Z's? Remember that guy Z's in the early 2000s? He was like this Indian American guy, or I think he might be Canadian. He was like very aesthetic, lean. He did a lot of trend, but he was also like very lean. And I think he also did a lot of clean.
Yeah.
But like my point is that he was lean all year round. And I think while a lot of the bodybuilders who go too heavy die early, I think some of the ones that stay lean all year round, I think it's just the amount of like shit they're taking to stay lean.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know. I mean, also, I just like the idea that like I don't think you can progress that much being lean.
I agree. And there was also, by the way, at this gym, food. So they got a fridge full of food, like meals. And I looked at, I was like, I can't eat this because I'm dying. So it's like everything's like 35 grams of fat, but it looks delicious.
Yeah.
And then they had cookies. I was like, how much protein? They go, none.
Huh. There's some cookies there?
They go, these are just cookies that someone makes. So, like if you want to cheat. They had so much merch, like gorgeous merch. I bought one of those Nebbia Olympia tracksuits.
Oh, nice.
They're way cheaper than it is online, by the way. I was like, how much is that? And they told me 150. I go, yeah, sold. And it's too big on me, but I still love it.
But isn't it amazing, like those kind of things that you wear at the gym, like those tank tops and those like short, you walk out of the gym, you feel like an asshole, but inside the gym, it's the most awesome thing in the world.
Yeah, it's like wearing a tux, like you're on the Titanic.
Yeah.
And then I just ordered some NPC gear today. I was like, I'm in that full thing now where it's so much my identity. So then I went and I bought, and I don't want to get too ahead of myself. When I was at the gym, Mike goes, did you eat yet? I go, no, not after the workout. He goes, hang on, I'm going to make you something. He made creamed rice with 2 scoops of protein powder. So you got 60 grams of protein powder, no fat, no sugar. And they have creamed rice that tastes like fudge brownie batter. And you're just like, oh my God. So I went out yesterday. I bought 2 bags of that. I got a bag of apple pie.
Yeah.
And by the way, Chris Bumstead is rich as fuck.
Really?
As fuck.
But from what? How did he get rich?
He sold 5% of his company for $60 million.
Oh, wow.
And then I went yesterday, I bought 2 things of protein powder and it said bum on the side. I go, this Bumstead's? He goes, yeah. I go, well, is there anything cheaper? $58 a jar.
Jeez.
And he goes, yeah, there's one cheaper. It's like $10 cheaper, but it's not as good. All right. So I dropped $116 on 2 things of fucking Sebum. They're saying he is this generation Schwarzenegger.
What's crazy is that he loves this shit because like he has all this money and he still does. You know what I'm saying? Like most people, like they make it and then they're like, bodybuilding is done and it was a means to an end. But like when you make it, like look at remember Rich Piana? Yeah. He made money from real estate or something. He didn't make money from bodybuilding, but he just was bodybuilding. Like he just loved it. Like that was his thing. Like he didn't need that money. He had it from.
Dude, his eyes were yellow. Rich Piana. He had so much juice in his body. The whites of his eyes turned yellow.
I think that was the most, unsurprising deaths. I mean, it's unfortunate, but like the guy's arms were the size of us. Like, it was insane.
Now I've seen videos of him where he's like almost collapsing and freaking out, like near where he was about to die. And he's holding one of those protein cookies in his hand.
Right.
Is that from growth or insulin or something?
So that's the thing. People are saying he's having some sort of a seizure or something. It's 2 things. I think it could either be he's just really high, like he might be just cracked out, Or more likely is he might be dealing with some sort of like insulin, shock or something.
Yeah.
Where his blood sugar is dropping and he's trying to grab the cookie. The thing that doesn't make sense to me is that his girlfriend in the background who's like screaming at him.
Videotaping it.
Right. She should know that and feed him a fucking cookie. Instead, she's videotaping him. So it makes me think he's on some sort of drugs.
Yeah.
Because there's no, when you feel your blood sugar drop, there's like an urgency in your brain to grab something fast with sugar in it. You're just looking for things. He doesn't seem to be that urgent to stay alive.
Yeah.
So I think he's on some sort of like drug because he's like kind of dancing and stuff. I don't think that's a steroid related drug. I think a lot of these guys that bodybuild, what people don't talk about is they do a lot of recreational drugs.
Yeah.
They talk about how they don't drink and things like that. A lot of them do drink. Some of them, and most of them will do recreational drugs because
GHB.
Oh, that's a big one? Yeah.
I guess so. Yeah. I think
I'm not a drug guy. What does that do?
I think it's like used as a date rape drug. I think it just like so relaxes your body and knocks you out, but
it could be something like that. Cause he looked like he was like in another universe in that clip.
That's not good. That's one of the bad things about bodybuilding is to feel shitty about yourself. And I don't feel that. I feel good about myself when I'm bodybuilding. When I'm real focused, I feel really good about myself.
Yeah, but I don't think you're 100% right on that. I think people feel shitty, so then they bodybuild and they feel good.
Yeah.
And then they stop bodybuilding, they feel shitty, and they want to bodybuild again.
Yeah.
And when I say bodybuild, I mean constantly be, either doing small cycles, being at the gym, the whole package, I think that could be a vicious cycle. The reason why, I really want to talk to Dave Palumbo, like when we eventually have him on.
Yeah.
Because he's old school. He's a big proponent of you do the show, you come off, you clean yourself out. Like no one does that anymore.
Yeah.
People are on all year round. They don't want to come off. And I mean, I kind of understand it. Instagram, you want to look lean and ripped and jacked. But the reality of it is you're doing this for a show. Yeah. You're doing this for a purpose. And then chill, relax your body. It's not everything. It's not all the time. And it also disciplines you when you do that to realize, okay, I'm okay with losing some of what I gained.
Yeah.
But it's hard. It's a hard thing. That's the addiction of it, is that you get so addicted to the physique when you build it. When I get in the best shape of my life, I'm like, motherfucker, I want to stay like this all year round. And then you lose it. You're like, what am I?
Yeah.
So
there's something about like finishing a show. Like I haven't had a drink in 12 years or 13 years. And now I'm like, I think if I can do the universe and do well in the universe, I might have a bottle of wine.
Yeah.
There's like, because the addiction, I don't think that thing about the addiction's gone, but I think the addiction shifts. And it's like, I think I don't know if you get more in control of it or if you just kind of let go of it. There's something about it where it's just like, but maybe that's also me just being like, oh, okay, after this, you want kind of a regular life. But I also think prep's not what it used to be. And I talked to them about this. And by the way, at Realm Fitness, they have an in-house doctor.
Oh, really?
So they're doing IVs. They'll do your blood panels and everything in this gym. I mean,
I would just stay there all day. Like, honestly, like
that's what people do.
Yeah.
They're there I'm normally in and out in an hour 15. I was there for 3 hours.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of like what I was talking about before. It's like you ask a lot of people, like, if you won the lottery, what would you do? I would be working out all day, being at a gym like that.
Yeah.
Like that to me is heaven.
I did a podcast yesterday to promote this show in Austin, and they go, it says on your bio, bodybuilder, comic, low-key movie star. Is it in that order? And I go, I mean, I've been a comic a long time. I've been lifting long. He goes, if you could choose between a Netflix special or I don't know what the bodybuilding comparison would be, I would be like the Olympia. And he goes, what would you choose? I go, the Olympia.
Right.
Which is a weird thing because I've put so much time and energy into comedy and I'm so good at it. But there's just something.
But that's just it. It's because you're good at it. In other words, you've accomplished, not to say that you're, no one's where exactly where they want to be, but you've come a long way in your comedy. You're where a lot of people dream to be in comedy. But like bodybuilding is something where maybe you're not where you know what I'm saying? So like that's more of a challenge for you.
Yeah.
It's like, for me, if I'm doing an open mic and comedy's where you are is here and I'm here.
Yeah.
That's kind of like where you are with bodybuilding. Yeah. It's like,
I get it. Big anti-Semitic news this week. Did you see? There was,
what happened?
There was a college hockey game and this team played against New Canaan. Canaan.
Okay.
So then they made a post and they said, win or lose, we booze. At least we are not Jews.
Oh boy.
So this got posted and I wonder why so much anti-Semitic shit. I mean, it's everywhere. I saw Dan Blazarian was running for office in Florida.
Yeah, this is crazy.
And it's like, it's insane to me, but it's like at the college level.
Right.
These people literally are in college where
Right.
the formative years of their frontal lobes developing, and they're so anti-Semitic.
Well, it's even crazier than that, because do you remember like 5 years ago, all this stuff, all the, younger people, it was all about, the transgender stuff. And it was like, you're not using the right pronouns. And now it's like, I feel like it's the same age group. People are like, F the Jews.
Yeah.
And it seems as crazy as that stuff seemed to me. It seems like where's this coming from? Like, how are you justifying this? Like, this seems like nuts. And I wonder if there's
I think our guest might be here.
Oh, is that the person who was saying F the Jews?
No, different guy. Ian, can you show me that post? Can you find it? Win or lose, we booze. At least we are not the Jews.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's connected to like these younger people, like they call it the woke right.
Yeah,
which I still think that is an awesome name, because it kind of perfectly like encapsulates what it is.
Right.
Because very similar to how a lot of like progressive left people who were in college campuses were saying kind of wacky stuff 5 or 6 years ago. I think like now that there was such a trend of like, you can't say this, you can't say that. It's like, all right, let's say the most edgy things. Why is it the Jews? I think the Israel, October 7th thing and has a lot to do with it. I just think there's a lot of bullshit propaganda online that's being circulated.
Yeah.
I also think that we're greatly outnumbered. I mean, there's not that many Jews compared to other people. So when it seems like, why are these people getting so many likes versus like what we post to like counter signal that? It's because think about how few there are of us.
Yeah.
A lot in New York City, a lot in LA, but that's in Israel, but that's about it. So, but I don't know. I mean, I think they think it's like edgy and funny and stuff. I'm not 20 years old, so I couldn't tell you, but it could be the same way that people as a joke would like yell at the N-word and think they're doing something, edgy and funny. Yeah. I think honestly, if you sat down with these people, they probably don't have a single anti-Semitic bone in their body. They don't even know. You couldn't even have a theological conversation with them because they're so whatever.
Okay. I'm on the plane the other day. Okay. I land from Chicago to Newark. Keep my mouth shuts the whole ride. I'm in second row. In front of me, a white guy. Behind me, some old people. To the right of me, guy with a kippah on.
Okay.
I stand up. I'm waiting to get my bag. You know when you're standing waiting to get off the plane.
Yeah.
Old guy behind me goes, and I don't know if he recognizes me as a comic, maybe from Fox. He was that age demographic.
Okay.
And he goes, a Muslim, a Jew, and a Nazi walk onto a plane. And I just look at him, and I think he's calling me a Nazi.
Right.
And I go, I'm Jewish. And he goes, so am I. I go, so who's the Nazi in this scenario?
Right.
And he goes, that guy in the front row. Bear in mind, he's in the third row. So
right.
This guy can hear him. This guy's already up waiting to leave the plane. He goes, that guy in the front row.
Yeah.
I go, how do you know he's a Nazi? He goes, he's got Nazi stuff on him. So I look, there's a tattoo. I don't see anything from the tattoo. I go, what stuff? He goes, the T-shirt. I go, what's it say? He goes, it's black with a white American flag. And I go, that's American.
Right.
And the wife goes, yeah, we don't like that.
Oh, my God.
And I go, America?
Right.
And she goes, yeah.
Right.
And I was just like, a part of me was going to be like, if you don't like it, fucking leave. You're in first class.
Right.
What the fuck is your problem? And then I was like, just suck it. Like, let it pass like a cloud. And I was just like, all right. And I just fucking walked off the plane. But I was just like, and then there's a Jew with a kippah on. He's got to hear this shit. And it's just like probably some old guy with dementia creeping in.
Right.
Just decides to fucking pipe up for no reason.
Yeah. You know what? You just realize that a lot of people have some wacky opinions and wacky ideas. And I think like, I'm getting kind of sick, honestly, of like where we are politically, where it's like the wackiest ideas are like the ones that were just like, entertaining. And I think it's like, look, I don't know. I was a very little kid in the 90s, but I have a kind of a recollection of Bill Clinton. And what's crazy is a lot of people who are like kind of conservative voted for Clinton because he wasn't that progressive. And say what you want about him, Monica Lewinsky and blah, blah, blah. He was a pretty middle of the road guy. And things just didn't seem as insane back then.
Yeah.
And it just seems like a going back to some sort of like normalcy where we're not just like in Looney Tunesville. And I get why Trump is here because we went so far the other way that you needed like a hammer. But now it's like everything is a hammer and it's getting fucking annoying. It's boring. Like, here's the thing. I don't even get offended when I hear all the Jew stuff online. It's boring. It's just, it's like everything is, it's funny. You know Gavin McInnes?
Yep.
He had a whole monologue on X. He basically said, he's like, I've had it with this Jew stuff. He's like, it's boring. He's like, yeah, I get it. The Jews are responsible for everything. And he's like, that's like saying white people are responsible for everything. It's ridiculous. It's not true. You can't blame one group of people for all your problems. And
it's hack now.
It's hack. Exactly. It's like selling an airplane joke. It's like, oh, okay, the Jew, right. I saw someone on one of our videos. He kept on posting something. I kept on deleting it. And then he DM'd me and he's like, oh, bro, you don't even want to, have free speech on your platform. I said, dude, I'm deleting it not because I'm offended. I'm embarrassed for you. This is like, like I'm trying to save you here.
Yeah.
Like, it's like you're bombing. Nobody's responding. It's a meme that I've seen 1,000 people post and it sucks.
Yeah.
You have no
What is it? Victim card?
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Oh, hack.
Right. It's almost
hack.
It's almost
it looks like a credit card, but it says victim card.
Right.
And it's like, if the Jews were really victims, do you think that we would have killed 70,000 fucking people in Gaza?
Yeah, we're awesome.
69,000 of who were all military.
Exactly.
Proof it's not my fault. That's a pretty cool victim card. I once had
that. No, he had a different kind of maybe that was the one he posted.
That's the one. No. There's a whole bunch.
No, yeah, I think it was that one. He didn't even go to AI.
Which one gets you more airline miles?
I mean, it's the hackiest shit. I expect more, originality from my anti-Semites.
Yeah, they're not good though. Most
the favorite one is kicked out of 109 countries.
Yeah,
and I'm like, yeah, really?
Yeah.
I'm like, okay,
not America. All right. We'll be right back with our guest today, IFBB Pro Marc Lobliner.
Oh yeah,
nice. Guest today, IFBB Pro bodybuilder, badass Jew extraordinaire. The reason I decided to start wearing collared shirts 3 times a year.
The collared shirts are awesome.
Marc Lobliner. Dude,
Marc Lobliner.
It's good to be here.
Swole as fuck. Did you train today?
I did. Sort of. I mean, it's one of those 5 a.m. workouts. We had a 7:30 meeting. So
Yeah.
we got in there.
Yeah.
It was kind of, you just, when I'm traveling, training is more just to get my mind right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I keep my routine, go to the gym, even if I get in, it doesn't matter if I get in at 2 a.m. I'm at the gym at 5 a.m. And in our company, the culture is we train at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
And I think it just gets discipline, gets culture, everything gets locked in. And no matter what, I feel great all day. So for me at this stage of my life, it's not about getting big. It's about 1, not dying.
Yeah.
And 2, mental. For me, training is more mental than anything. So it's less, when you're younger, you're like, I'm going to get huge.
Right.
Gonna get, and then you're like, I'm going to get chicks. And it's like, no, only dudes like this.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, sweet, I'm going to get dudes.
Yeah.
And it's just.
You got to argue with your wife.
Let's go.
They're my friends.
Dude, I used to get the crazy, when I was younger and I was, younger and I looked better, like it was crazy. Like when you'll get occasional DMs from like girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's usually small chicks who just want to be beaten up.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
It's like, what do you want? You want me to, I'm like, isn't that like,
why don't they just get
law?
NFL players?
Yeah.
Well, so there's something about abnormally large muscles. It's like having sex with a midget.
Yeah.
You just want to try it once. Like female bodybuilder. You ever tried that?
No, fitness model, but
No,
I
I'm
was
talking
explaining
about
to him,
big.
I go, oh, look we just met Sporty Spice.
Yeah.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. So I go, and in one of her pictures, she's got abs. I go, oh, look, abs. And he goes, it's a turnoff for me. But I kind of like it. I just saw like a bunch of pro girls this past weekend, and some of them, I get it. I was like, oh yeah, that's really attractive. The muscle, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to.
I'm talking the big. I'm not talking a steady relationship.
Yeah.
I'm talking just like check the box. Now I've been my wife for 29 years.
Yeah.
Just yesterday was our 24th wedding anniversary.
Congrats.
Right, high school sweetheart. So I'm talking from imagination.
Yeah.
Like, what if? So for me, the checklist is long because I didn't have that phase.
You didn't have
a
man whore phase.
I didn't have any phase.
Right.
I just have my wife.
That's it.
It's a great
You've
phase.
only been with your wife.
It's a great phase
in your whole
isn't it?
life.
Well, my hands.
That's it.
He's like a Hasidic Jew.
That's how it
Cut the
should
show.
be.
No, man, we can't be on the show. He didn't have a lot of sex. Badass Jews have a lot of sex.
No, my wife.
You can't. No, cut it. Go get Sporty Spice. Throw a Magen David necklace on her, and she's gonna fill in.
At the end of the day, they're I think that
This is real, dude. You're blowing my fucking mind,
dude. I've been with my wife since I was 16.
Wow.
16. So the bottom line
Me
is,
and Aaron have had chlamydia like 1,000 times. Like, you don't know what you're missing out on.
I just got mine from the toilet seat like everybody else.
I got mine borrowing swim trunks.
Oh my God, you're just borrowing someone's. So here's the deal. That's literally how it should be.
What?
Look, sex is a sacred thing.
Okay.
It's a sacred thing. It's a covenant between a man and a woman. I use the word covenant.
Wow.
I never used that in a conversation.
We've had rabbis here not give us as much wisdom. This is amazing.
Yeah.
Look, here's the deal. Like,
You are Jewish. Okay.
I've been married to my wife, so nothing is better than sexual relations with someone you love.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's just
someone you hate.
well, yeah, there's that thin line between love and hate. The beautiful thing about marriage is you hate your wife about 97% of the time.
Point taken.
So 90%, it's mostly grudge.
Unless
sex.
you're running Masteron, then you're in a good mood all day.
Yeah, but if you're on Trenbolone, you just want to choke the bitch.
Yep.
Yeah, I get
This
it.
has started off really bad.
I get it.
Or really good. Depends
It's
where
really
you want
good.
to go with
It's
it.
really
good. You came in firing on all cylinders.
Just so everybody knows, a lot of this is humor.
Yeah.
You are a comedian, I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen your new stuff.
Thank you.
It is fucking good. Like, you do not get enough credit as a comedian.
Thank you.
You are hysterical.
Thank you, brother.
It is awesome. Do you do bar mitzvahs?
Yeah.
Okay. I want you to just come to my daughter's wedding when she gets married.
I had a breakthrough this past week. Wow. And this is, we talked about this in the opening before you got here. I went to a gym called Realm Fitness in Calgary, Alberta. I was up there doing stand-up.
They let you in Canada?
Yeah. I'm allowed to because I'm from there originally. You didn't know this, did you? I'm an American citizen.
So you're getting mad at me and you're the one from fucking Canada?
It's called Canada.
Canada.
And you can't be mad at me because we're all gay up there. So it's homophobic. But I had this breakthrough moment where I was like, for 25 years, I've been murdering. And I'm like, I don't know who and all of a sudden I was like, oh, there's no voice for fitness people. There's no voice for bodybuilders. There's no comedic voice for that. And I was like, oh shit, this is my people. And then all of a sudden yesterday, Phil Heath likes one of my Instagram things. And I was like, we fucking found it.
Phil's one of I love Phil.
He's such a great
nicest guy. I mean, because I trained with him like 3 weeks out from, I forgot which Olympia, the one where he and Kai were having all those issues.
Oh, wow.
And since then, like every time we see each other and we communicate, my wife and his wife became really good friends through mutual. They both had breast implant illness.
Yeah.
And it was really sad because my wife has small boobs now. But nonetheless, it was a sad situation for all of us. No, but Phil is a genuine dude. Yeah. He's so misunderstood. Generation Iron did him dirty when they portrayed him in that movie.
Yeah.
Phil is probably the nicest, most genuine soul you will ever meet.
Yeah. Because that movie, they make him seem like...
They made him look like bad guy.
Yeah,
he's
exactly,
like, and he's literally like, he actually, like my wife, because, we were like, we're on social media, not as much as a lot of people, but back then we were one of the only fitness people doing vlogs.
He said you were like one of the first guys that he found.
It was you. It was like, Physiques of Greatness. What's his name?
Chris Jones. Business partner, yeah.
And then there's another guy, he passed away recently.
Rich Piana?
Rich Piana.
John Meadows?
John Meadows. Yeah, John Meadows is amazing. By the way, I still watch his workout videos. I'm like,
John was a really close friend of mine. That hurt. So we've lost a lot of bodybuilders. Yeah. John's was not really related to bodybuilding as much. He had health issues. Like I think he was missing a gallbladder. He couldn't process things. Dude. So like when we go to eat, he couldn't process certain things. But it was also, believe it or not, one of the reasons he was able to get so friggin' dry and lean because he couldn't process certain things. John was an amazing individual, nicest guy you'll ever meet.
But it looked like he loved, his training videos are I'm like, I want to work out right now.
You know what? He was such a good father.
Yeah.
Such a good man, just a genuine guy, coached football like me. When he passed away, that hurt, but we've lost a lot of good bodybuilders. Some of it, people die. That's a lot of people don't understand. But bodybuilders, they put a lot of strain on their body.
Right.
And you know, I do. Is their rate of dying higher than others? Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. But they know the risks going in.
Right.
And it's just like an NFL player knows they're getting CTE.
Yeah.
It's an extreme sport, and it's the same way like people who like motorcycles. It's like you're shocked but not shocked when someone passes away. It's like you don't, you know.
But when we, you know, John's was unfortunate. You know, Sean Roden, good friend of mine as well. He had a lot of stress from that charge, which I still don't think was right. And they kicked him out of bodybuilding after winning the Olympia.
Oh, geez.
It was an essay assault.
This.
Yeah.
Were
bad
you close with Boston Lloyd at all?
Boston and I, so funny story about Boston.
Yeah.
So I was in Tampa. We were going on a cruise, and you know, for some reason I was talking, and we didn't really communicate much. And he's like, "Hey," we just started talking. I'm like, He's like, "Yeah, what are you doing this weekend?" It's not like a normal, like, it's not like, how often do you talk to someone? Hey, what are you doing this weekend? I'm like, yeah, we're in. He's like, dude, I live there. Let's go to dinner.
Wow.
So my kids were so young at the time. They were like little kids. And we went there, and Boston comes up, and people don't realize he was like 6'2", 6'3".
Oh, really? He's tall?
Fucking, I have the picture somewhere on my phone. Fucking monster comes in. And he's with his beautiful girlfriend, his wife. I don't think they were married at the time. His shirt says "Fuck it, I'm doing Tren." and then Boston goes on. Boston goes on to tell this story about when he got in. He was injecting, and he got this infection in his tricep. It's like, so I'm taking the needle, I'm draining it. And my daughter was like 8 at the time. She's like, what the fuck? So she's traumatized. She's going to need therapy. But Boston was a very nice guy. Very nice guy. That's the thing is, you see these people, I'm not saying they're fake on social media, but a lot of people, you know, they have bravado, or they're like an amplified version of themselves. But when you get to know these people, you know, they're the best people you'll ever meet. Like a lot of, you know, Mike Cernovich. Yeah. A lot of people are like, he's this, he's that. Mike is a business partner of mine. He's a friend of mine. Mike is probably... There's very, you know, what is it? I forgot, it was a pope. My mom used to tell this story. She's probably lying, but she's like, if you could count your friends on one hand, you're a lucky person.
Yeah.
Mike is on that hand. Like that's Mike, great. I would trust Mike I trust in my bank accounts. I trust in my life. Yeah. Like a lot of these people you see online that you're like, this guy's, it's like, well, number one is you have to kind of be out there to get followers, to get people to read your shit. And secondly, you're only seeing that side of them put together in text. Yeah. So you, even on video, you don't get the full just awareness and feeling of that person. And I've met so many good people from social media, from X, from YouTube, a lot of these guys. And the bodybuilding industry, some of the best people you'll ever meet. When I did the New York Pro, like you'd think these guys are competing. They're this. You're backstage. You're at a pro. Now amateurs are different. Those are a bunch of cocks. Yeah. But you know,
I'm doing an amateur show.
The backstage shitty. But pro shows. Yeah. Everybody's, hey, you need help with that? You need this? You need that? Yeah. My daughter's backstage. I'm hanging out with Kareth, who's a good friend of mine, and it's such a camaraderie, brother. And I think that's life in general. Yeah. I think most people are awesome. Yeah. I mean, I think most people get along. I think social media is just amplified. I haven't had in 20 years of travel, I was just talking to the Uber driver, a guy from Bangladesh, Muslim. Yeah. And you don't say. Yeah. Amazing guy. I'm like, I was just telling him.
An Uber driver. Really? Yeah. Okay.
And I didn't expect John to pick me up.
Hey, man, welcome to New York. How's it going?
I had a white conservative drive me.
Dude, that's what cab drivers in New York used to be.
Like when Italians from the Bronx.
Left.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but it was, I mean, I haven't had one bad experience with a human being in person.
No, and you're right. Like there's guys that we see online that we're like, oh, God, I hate this guy. And then you're hanging out with him and you're like, as long as you're not talking about that shit, you're like, oh, this is great. You're talking about dad stuff. You're talking about marriage. And you're like, oh yeah, it's all, you get a lot of hate on social media, right? So what is the majority of it? Is it political? I'll see sometimes like, hey, juice bag, and to which you always have a great response, right?
The juice stuff's great because actually I'm more, but since I moved to the South, like I became more Christian by faith, but I'm still Jewish by heritage. Yeah. I mean, for me, it just, you know, did I have events that led me to be like, okay, I think, but I've always been more agnostic. A lot of Jews.
Were you bar mitzvahed?
I wasn't.
Did you grow up Jewish? What was the household like?
So after World War II, a lot of Jews stopped being religious. I mean, my grandfather got out of Auschwitz and he's like, fucking, I'm eating pork.
Yeah.
Right.
You know? So a lot of Jews, so I was raised more agnostic. I went to a Jewish preschool, got kicked out because my mom sent me to school with a Twinkie, which didn't have the kosher symbol on it. The rabbi called her in. And then my mom was like, so my mom's just Israeli Defense Force, just a fucking monster. And 5'2" over, I got stories.
Yeah.
And so she goes in to the rabbi and she goes, you sent my kid home for having a Twinkie. He goes, it is not kosher or whatever, however they talk. Right?
Yeah, like that.
And so my mom says to the rabbi, what kind of Nazi doesn't let the kid eat a Twinkie? So I was kicked out of that. That was the last time I was in a Jewish preschool.
Yeah, your mom did it.
Yeah, and she also knocked out the president of my little league. She could fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they weren't, so your folks weren't practicing?
No, no. My dad was Jewish. But yeah, it was one of those where, we were raised more agnostic and just kind of found our own way. I did the bris thing. So they danced around my foreskin.
Yeah. You don't have a choice in that. You were 8 days old.
I'm good with it though. Like, have you ever, oh God, I made a joke about foreskin once, circumcision. I said something like, my penis is aerodynamic.
Oh. Yeah.
It doesn't have wind resistance. I actually really like the way I don't want the foreskin.
No.
So I'm good with it.
Yeah.
I circumcise my kids, not personally. I'm sure they seem to have done a good job. I mean, they haven't complained about it.
Yeah, you hired somebody.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was, but I didn't have the whole breast thing. I'm like, yeah, we have a nice sterile.
Just get them done at the hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good.
I
think your kids will appreciate that when they grow older.
Oh, it's a nice, good look.
I love having the helmet. And when you get all lean, it looks bigger.
Yeah.
The helmet looks like.
And when you take steroids, your balls get smaller, which makes your dick look bigger.
Mark, mine are so small. This is, I'm not even kidding, almost gone.
Really?
Can I take HCG just for cosmetic reasons? Like, will it bring my balls back? I have HCG at home.
So I would do.
Do you do sub-Q or do you do intramuscular?
I don't do HCG. So here's what's weird. I've been on TRT diagnosed. Like, this is prescribed by a general practitioner.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, as I was 27 when I got diagnosed. At that time, I was a militant natty. I was one of those like natties, steroids are cheating. And then my wife's like, dude, you got to go on. Like, your health. My doctor's like, it was low. It was like below 100.
Wow.
Yeah.
What'd you look like?
Yeah, I look great. I was competing and winning, but I think it was just, the stress. I grew up in a not so ideal way and I had to work a lot.
Yeah.
I'm also a workaholic. I didn't sleep enough.
And you still are.
I'm still very workaholic-ish. But I love that. I love the grind. I love the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I went on and it was like instant. I'm like, holy shit. And I gained I think it was like 100 milligrams of test a week. I gained like 30 pounds.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Because my body was so suppressed, but I was competing and winning NPC shows as a lightweight, 150 pounds. Right. And then I took my testosterone, just TRT. And next thing you know, I'm competing as a light heavyweight. And, then I ended up taking 7 years off between 2013 and 2021. And then I got my pro card at 41 years old.
Yeah.
I boxed for those years because, bodybuilding's so selfish.
Yeah.
And I wanted to focus on business and family and, coaching my kids and doing that. And then I'm like, fuck them kids. And
what level are the kids at as athletes now?
So
high school?
My daughter, state champ, soccer player, started, played all 4 years varsity on a great program. She ended up burnt herself out. I tried to prevent it. I made her wrestle.
Yeah.
She won a regional championship there in the 1 year. She didn't know how to wrestle. She was just strong as shit.
Yeah.
And then she's like, I'm just going to focus on school. She's at the Kelly School of Business, Indiana University.
Great.
My 18-year-old he goes to college next year. He's wrestling at West Liberty University in West Virginia. It's a top 10 D2 wrestling school.
Yeah.
And my 13-year-old is a 2-time state champion wrestling, football player.
Wow.
My kids are everything. Like, if you social media is not, for me, it's like my Instagram doesn't get much likes and shit because it's just boring. It's like a dad posting random pictures of his kids playing sports.
Yeah.
So I don't need social media to make a living. So for me, it's kind of like toilet time.
Yeah.
I don't I'll go on or if I'm on a flight, I'm never during the day, I'm not like, oh my God, what's the next clickbait thing to do?
Right.
No, it's usually people like, oh, that was clickbait. I'm like, no, I just say dumb shit.
Yeah.
But that's kind of how I treat social media.
Well, I also see so I know you're on X and I know you respond to a lot of shit too. And you came, so I think early, maybe 2015 is when I first started following you. And you know, it was all about bodybuilding and stuff like that. Back then, no one talked about steroids. Like that was like, and nobody did. And then like Boston Lloyd came on the scene, and it was like, all right, I guess. Yeah. And now people are talking about steroids that are not even like bodybuilding podcasts. Like everyone's talking about steroids to the point where someone's getting like, it's like, all right, this is how you do it. It's annoying already. It's kind of hack. But then you came back into like my wheelhouse through X because this anti-Jew stuff just came out of, it seemed like out of nowhere, but I think it's a lot of bots. And people were like responding to my comments and then your comments, and they're just like Jew. I'm like, what is this shit? First of all, I didn't even know you were Jewish until then. It didn't even occur to me yet, you know, and like I think you mentioned like, hey, like I'm not practicing. They didn't give a shit. They kept on like doubling down on it.
So it's become really cool to be, you know, anti-Jewish, and a lot of people get, you know, I didn't, first time I was called a Zionist, I had no idea what it meant. And I had to look it up. At that time, it was before ChatGPT, so I had to Wikipedia it. And it's like, and I think the definition is, so it depends on whose definition you read.
Right.
It's like a person who believes the state of Israel should exist is what I remember reading.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I guess I am. I'm okay with Israel existing.
Right.
And now it's gotten, I don't know if the definition's changed or I read it wrong. Now it's like that you want the state of Israel over everything else.
Yeah.
Whereas I guess in the point, I don't think we should just get rid of Israel. Makes me a Zionist. But let's be like, my mom literally served in the IDF. Like I am as connected to Israel as pretty much any Jew in America who wasn't born there.
Yeah.
And I don't care. I'm an American. I live in America. I care about my country. Do I care about the world? Yes, I'll care more about it when we fix our own shit.
Yeah. Right.
And that's always been my stance. I'm America first. I'm not like one of those like Nick Fuentes, whatever. I love America. My mom came here for a reason.
Yeah.
Because even though Israel's cool, America's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
By the way, New York City guys, I talk my shit. But every time I come here, I love the city.
Yeah.
The city is fucking dope. I don't care if it's run by a commie.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I visit, would I live here? Absolutely not.
No.
I live in the great state of Tennessee, but when I come to New York, there's an energy, a vibe. And in the summer, all the women appear to be gorgeous. I don't know if maybe I just drove at the right time.
Yeah.
I'm like, why is every chick hot here?
It's nice weather.
You pick a good day too, because it's beautiful outside.
I hear they're all crazy, but that's the crazy hot matrix.
Jordan dates a lot of them.
A lot.
How is that?
He's on antibiotics right now.
Oh yeah, I have chlamydia.
So you're single.
I'm single. And the dating scene in the city is as follows. You can be jacked and still not do well if you don't have any money. But
if you're Jewish, so you got potential.
I got potential. So if I say that, they know that it's like an investment. Like you probably will have money.
I think that's what my wife got with me in high school. She's like, this guy's poor. I'm like the poorest guy in school. I'm literally the poorest guy. I was a good football player though, and I was big. So I was like, okay. And it's like, here's a girl from good family, lives in the big house on the west side in Culver City.
Well, this is why these freaking grippers piss me off. Not because it's offensive, but it's like, motherfucker, like I'm broke and you're saying I run things. Like I wish I did. Like show me where the meetings are. Like,
I really want to join this Jewish elite club.
Yeah.
I mean, I figured I'd be invited. Like when I got my first million, I'm like, any day. Any day they're going to call. And these damn Jews never call.
Yeah, right.
So I'm like, fuck it, I'm finding Jesus.
Yeah.
That's where I'm like, you know what? If these Jews can't kick down, but we do have the phone call every Thursday before the Sabbath. That's when we decided to cancel Kanye.
Yeah. Just wait.
You guys were on that call?
Good cancellation.
Good
just maybe edit that out. Just, you know. But you know what's funny is like, you know, I can't find two Jews that agree on anything, let alone like, you know, so the idea that we're going to sit in a room, you have the Hasidics, you have guys like us, you have conservative Jews, you have Reform, and we're all like, all right, this on Thursday, we're going to do this.
Yeah.
We're going to, we can't sit in a room and do anything.
My daughter's got black belt camp on Thursday. I can't do it.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah.
We do control the weather though.
Yeah.
That's what everybody says. Tell them what they said today.
Oh no.
Oh, right. So we had, what was his name? Oh, I'm blanking out.
Dr. Mike.
Dr. Mike Israetel. And
Mike. Yeah. He's a Jew.
Yeah. So
he was on the show.
Yeah, we had him here, and that was the whole joke. We were like, oh, we control the weather, and so we clipped that and we made it into a thing, and it blew up online.
Mike does that,
and somebody comments on it. Google, weather seeding, and tell me who owns those companies.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, let me just do a Google
Jordan
search.
does because he's got fucking time on his hands.
So I Googled it, and it's like, there's like 40 people who have like the patent on it. One is Jewish.
Yeah.
40 people.
There's one Stein.
One is Jewish.
There's one Stein in there.
Right. So the guy figured, okay, you know, he looked at the Stein and he's like, yeah, it's all Jews, but no.
So I got two things. Number one is, so if you look at the IQ chart across the world, American Jews have the highest IQ. I think it's like 108.
Thank you.
Well, I mean, on average, there's always going to be the outsider.
Thank you.
Then, so the next is like Korea.
Yeah.
Right. Like South Korea.
Yeah. No.
And so we don't know the IQ in North. They could be really smart.
Could be.
And
they just don't have the internet.
So when Jews are bad, they're just really good at being bad.
Yeah.
Because their IQs are so high. So that's my theory.
Epstein, Weinstein, Palestine. Right? Okay. There you go.
No, it's like we make the best like arch criminals because we're that much smarter, but you know.
It is a really good angle, and I've heard that before. It's
you have, so I'm not shit. I thought I made that up.
No, but it's a really good angle.
I do a video defending Israel because people are coming at him. And
Dorian was going at him. I saw a while ago.
Well, Mike did do that Menser comparison, which was
he loves that shit though. He does intentionally.
That's how you go viral.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Unless you just get chlamydia. So after
chlamydia,
he went viral.
He's 40 years old. He got chlamydia.
Did you really?
I got it from an asshole once. Did you know you could get it?
Are you laughing at me?
Not a guy. Not a guy. That was an asshole. I thought it was a dude. I got it from a girl's asshole because she goes, "You need a condom." I go, "No, I'm going to go in here." She goes, "All right." And then I got back to New York and I was like, "That's chlamydia." Nice. I didn't know you could get it from buttholes.
Awesome. Nice save, a girl's asshole, sure.
Yeah, it was a girl's asshole. Seriously, a girl.
Yeah.
No, I mean, after the New York Pro, I was in Michigan for some, and Mike was like, "Yeah, come out." Took me into their house, fed me, we trained.
Great dude.
Nicest guy. And then like there's traffic going from his house to the airport. I'm like, I'm gonna call a Lyft. He's like, no, I'll give you a ride. Yeah. Talked the whole way. I was kind of mad the ride was over because it was like we're having a great con. Mike's a great guy. I think that the internet, you get, when someone's popular, you do a video against them, you get a lot of clicks.
Yeah.
And so, you know, when I was at my peak on YouTube, there's this guy, Jason Blaha, 3 times a week, you do a video about why I suck. He had this one thing about me having sex with goats.
And how are the goats?
I wish.
Yeah.
Jason Bly. I remember this feud from back in the day. Holy shit.
Every other day.
This guy was like, I would watch his stuff just because he was responding to your stuff. So like, but like, what was his hard on for you? Like, what was it? What was the?
It was all clicks. I think the dude's a little off. Like he still does.
Did you ever talk to him outside like the?
No. Like, so like a lot of the beef we had on YouTube back in the day was manufactured.
Okay.
Like, you know, Chris Jones and Matt Ogus had that.
Right. Yeah.
A lot of people who weren't back then, but we all talked to each other. Like this is gonna be really funny, you know, and like the Hodge twins, everybody, we all talked. We were all friends. And we go to trade shows. We'd all hang out like in the expo and people would be like, I thought you guys were enemies. Like, yeah, we are. And it's like, we're just hanging out, like telling jokes.
It's like wrestlers.
But now I think people actually hate each other.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. I mean, I saw Nick Fuentes in person because he was doing Dave Smith's podcast. And I walked in and I was like, Nick Fuentes? Huh. And he goes, yeah. I go, I'm a Jew. He goes, I could tell. And I was like, yeah, the guy's he's got a little bit of charm to him.
He's
and
charismatic,
it's like,
isn't he?
I mean, you want to just walk up and rock him in the face, but then, and I go, I heard you're funny. He goes, well, who told you that? And then we just started talking. And
how was that?
I mean, that was, it's.
What's your opinion on Fuentes?
But you don't think that's gay incel? What's your opinion on him?
I don't. So I think a lot of it's shock value. I think a lot of it's clicks. You got to realize like these people. So I've always had a job, like a demanding career outside of social media, which is why I don't edit my shit. So I never relied on YouTube money to pay my bills. I never took any of that money. I always just put it in the company.
Right.
You know, to pay for inventory or whatever.
You just took it straight from Assad,
Yes,
Okay.
I just give it to the fund.
Right, exactly.
No, we're not Mormon, dude.
No, exactly.
But no, I mean, when you're paying your bills with something and you find something that generates income, like if, for example, if I'm meeting with an account tomorrow, and I notice something I say in that sales pitch that elicits a sale, I'm going to do that again. So
you're right.
If you're selling clicks and engagement, if something works and it helps you put food on the table, it's a new path. There's never been a way where, I'm going to say this with all due respect, where any moron can say stupid shit and become a millionaire.
Yeah.
And we're at that point. We have the most untalented idiots making a ton of money. And I love it. I want old people to succeed.
Yeah.
Just grifting. I love it. I think it's great.
Well, that's why I'm not worried about it, because I don't see this as, people are like, this is a huge threat. And I think this is like, once this fades away, you're going to see like in 20 years, these people are going to be like at convention centers. Like, remember me? I was,
I hated the Jews.
Yeah, right. I was the guy who said F the Jews. You remember? I'll sign this, like that's what it's going to be. It's going to be like a memory of like a time where, that was a thing for a little while and they had some clout.
Well, I mean, if the Jews were really that like tribal, how the fuck did Mangdami win here?
Yeah.
Like he's literally Muslim.
Yeah. And a lot of Jews vote for him. So,
a lot.
Clearly we don't agree on everything. And clearly there's not. What's the Jewish agenda? Half of us want the state of Israel. Half of us want a Muslim mayor who hates the state of Israel.
I think it's Jewish guilt that's overly magnified. Where Jews are I
think Jewish chicks are just fucking crazy.
Yeah, probably.
Did you marry a Jew?
No.
Me neither. No. Married a shiksa.
And I'm not going to. So I'm not dating any Jewish women. So.
No.
If I had to do it all over again, I'd marry a 6'2" West African and just have some fucking beast athletes. My kids are good, but imagine if they were West African.
Father, I am going out into the yard right now.
So I was thinking, if I did this, like you have like, if I adopted, I'd have like a combine and they'd compete for me to adopt them, and I'd put them in the best training and eating, and I just create monsters, but only West Africans.
Nick Fuentes' head is exploding right now.
My wife wanted to adopt, and I was like, I don't want a crackhead running around the house, because you don't know what you're getting. What if it's a crackhead?
It doesn't matter if they have West African genetics.
Yeah,
you put them in the right program. That kid's going D1. He's going pro.
All right, I'm gonna fly to West Africa.
Imagine
what's a good city to go to?
Jew IQ with West African athletic genetics.
I can't play. I'm allergic to grass. I don't want to go footballing again, Father. Where's my puffer? My daughter has asthma, which is like the Jewish. No, I'm like, boy. I gave her that. She's got rhythm, which my wife has.
Whoa.
Like she can dance, and then she's got asthma, which I gave her.
My daughter cannot dance.
But she also knows how money works. But we will not let our daughter do that twerking shit on stage.
No.
You know, some of the girls go through dance. My daughter does gymnastics and taekwondo. My nieces do dance, and they're on stage, and I'm like, what the fuck is, they're fucking 13 years old. What are these girls fucking doing? It's fucking insane to me.
No, my daughter did cheer for 1 year.
Yeah.
Till she realized she was really bad at it. Then you should probably play soccer.
Yeah.
And it was her. So we were in North Carolina at the time, and we went to this more Christian based.
Yeah.
And we'd go to these or religious, whatever. They were conservative.
Yeah.
So we'd go to these like cheer competitions, and these girls were dressed like hookers.
Yeah.
And our girls were coming in like just little girls with like no makeup.
Yeah. Right.
And these other girls were wearing pounds of lips. I'm like, why is this not weird to anybody else?
Yeah,
like, why are these little kids dressed like hookers?
Yeah.
This should be illegal.
I know.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I agree.
Not a fan.
Bodybuilding aspirations at this point. Are you done? Are you going to go back? Do you feel that Jones to get back on stage?
So the problem is I can't, I travel every week. So it's really hard to prep. But honestly, like, and this is objective, me looking at myself objectively, I'm probably in better shape than I've ever been year round. And I keep training hard, so I'm not losing muscle. And also at 45, I'm not gaining much.
Okay.
I'm not losing. And it's weird because I told you about Kareth Bajo. He's a top 4 Mr. Olympia 212 guy. And we were just chatting the other day, and he's like, you need to come back to the Masters Olympia. I'm like, dude, why? So I get killed by people like you again? Like, dude, even the Expediter beat me at my last show. You know, it was like, everybody beat me. And he's like, dude, I might have met 5 people who can get as lean as you. Like, you're a good competitor no matter how much you shit talk yourself. So I'll get moments like that. And then next thing you know, I'm, up till midnight doing international accounts.
Yeah.
And then I'm up in the morning at 4:15. It's just like, I think I'm not closing the door because I'm down to 1 kid.
Yeah.
And so you don't have that. But like last weekend, I drove 10 hours to Iowa and back because my 13-year-old's on Tennessee's national team for wrestling. So you just like, it's such a selfish sport, but I never took time off of working to do it. And I want to see how I look versus the 2023 mark or the 2021 mark, the one where I won the USAs and the one where I went to the New York Pro, which I didn't totally messed up my peak, and I just looked okay, but I didn't look like I looked the night before.
Yeah.
And a lot of it was just all that travel because I didn't take a day off of work.
Yeah.
And I was literally in meetings up until my show. Like I had a meeting in New York on Friday.
I'm doing prep now. I haven't competed in 30 years. So this is my comeback. I talked to you about this maybe 4 years ago. And so now I'm coming back, and I'm traveling a lot, but I find prep is way easier than it used to be.
Oh, it is.
Because of science and because of how easy food is to handle. And I travel with my own food. I take 4 days of food in a cooler.
Really?
Get to the hotel. It's all there.
On flights too?
On flights, yeah.
Ooh.
I take a cooler bag with ice packs in it. I travel and then the only issue is customs. They'll go, you can't take these. I go, it's for health reasons. They go, go ahead.
Diabetes.
Yeah. I don't even say that. I don't think they're allowed to ask. I'd say my podcast co-host has chlamydia. I have to travel with this food. And they're like, ooh, go.
That clears right up, right?
The chlamydia, yeah. But here's the thing: the antibiotics. I feel like
when I first had chlamydia the first time, I was so ashamed. I didn't tell anybody. I was 20 years old. I got it from Kathy Quinn. If you're fucking watching, I didn't forget, Kathy. You cheated on me with a rugby player, then you fucked me the next day, and I fucking had dick burns.
What's cute is that you think it's my first time. That's adorable.
But the first time I had it, I was so ashamed. I wouldn't go to my doctor. I drove to the projects in Toronto, went to like the lowest income neighborhood where they had a free health clinic. It was a trailer. And I went in the trailer and like, what's wrong? And I'm like, can I speak to someone in private? And I was like, it burns when I pee and blah, blah. And they gave me a shot and they gave me all these pills. And I was so ashamed. And I never even told Kathy Quinn. And I saw her a year later. And she's like, well, you never called me back. And
does she still have it? I mean, what happened?
No, she follows me on IG now.
Wow.
She looks like a man.
I'm going to look her up.
Yeah, look her up. Put her on your list.
I mean,
she's married to a guy.
I was telling Aaron, the antibiotics, the doxycycline, it just, I was like working out today. I feel like flat and gross. And then you like read the side effects and it fucks you up. It's supposed to make you feel like disgusting.
Yeah.
But it's the last day and then it's out of my system and it's gone. And then I start all over again. And then it's back on the apps.
Thank God you're
back on the apps. But,
it's like a vicious cycle.
Well, the thing is, I kind of, you don't live in New York. So I think it's easier when you're not living in a big city to like find a girl, settle down, have kids. In the city, it's just such a revolving door of just people and nobody wants real life to start. So like you're in a state of arrested development for longer.
Take a year, live in my guest house and guest room in Brentwood and just find yourself a good little Christian girl.
Yeah. I was just, if I moved to the South, like tomorrow I'd be married. And it's funny, a lot of those girls I'm actually very attracted to. So when they come here, it's like, I go out with them and this and that, but then they go back home. Yeah. But if I was there, I would stay there. But right now I like the city energy. I feel like anytime I'm outside the city, it's just like, I don't know. It's good for a few hours. And then I'm like, I'm bored. I'm bored,
Yeah. Being bored's kind of awesome. It's great.
Yeah, like, it's a luxury.
Yeah, but just work.
I guess you're right. Yeah.
Just work and raise children, like kind of our purpose on this.
Yeah.
I know. Well, no, I'll tell you what I definitely don't want. And I don't want to be one of those like 60-year-old dudes that are like still like trying to hold it together, going to the bar and do it, because at some point it does get ridiculous.
You're the old guy at the club.
Oh yeah. You don't want to be that. Cause like when you were like,
I remember this song, Belle Biv DeVoe.
There's going to be a point where there's going to be a point where just for men is not going to cut it. And just like the skin is going to start and like, you're the old guy. And that's,
No, I'm good being the old guy. It's great.
You really have it all together. Like when I watch, or at least you look like you do, but I'll watch comments and people try and slag you or something. And you're like, dude, I got $1 million business. I got a family I love. I got kids. I'm in way better shape than you. Do you want to keep going? And then there's just kind of off the keyboard.
Well, everybody's a billionaire on. It's like this one guy came back. I'm like, look, I don't ever throw out like I make. I'm like, look, I've been on the Inc. 500 9 fucking times.
Yeah.
Like, right. You can look at my LinkedIn, do a little just guessing.
Yeah.
I've done okay in life, right? I've done okay. I'm not by any means super duper, but I'm good.
Yeah.
Like my family, we have a nice house. My kids, no loans for college. Like I've lived the American dream. My mom came here with nothing. and left me with nothing.
Yeah.
And my wife and I built our life brick by brick by brick by brick. And we sacrificed a lot for our kids to have life they have. But now it's actually, life's always been fun. I've always had fun.
Yeah.
Like I've always enjoyed I like being poor was fun.
Yeah.
We were happy. My wife and I lived in, remember when I just graduated college, I got my first job at Weeder Publications. It was $24,000 a year.
Yeah.
And my wife had an internship at J.D. Power and Associates. She was going to California Lutheran University. And we were so fucking happy.
Yeah.
And we never had debt. We always lived within our means. We just lived like poor people.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. Everybody thinks they deserve to live the life of a millionaire.
Right.
They want to have the new car. They want to have the freshest threads. It's like, dude, like people act like when I was a kid, we weren't poor. Like we just graduated college and, we just bought our first house. No,
right.
I had 5 roommates.
Yeah.
It was a filthy house. It was disgusting. It was nasty. I drove a shitter car.
Yep.
Drove my wife's old Ford Probe. The window didn't work.
Yep.
And it didn't have air conditioning. We're in the valley. It's 115 degrees. Like we were poor too.
Right.
We had to grind. We had to work. We had to take those starter jobs. I worked at a feed store. I worked at a fucking shoe store. I worked anywhere I could. I worked 3 jobs. And people, look, maybe there's more people. It's harder now, but people act like you just graduated college in 98 and you're like, fuck, I'm a millionaire.
Right.
No.
But it's also like the fact that we have such access to other people's wealth online. So like you go on Instagram and it's like, oh, well, so-and-so is on this vacation. They have this. And what's interesting is a lot of really wealthy people, at least that I know, they don't post any of their shit online.
Never.
Right.
Show me one picture of me with a car.
Yeah.
One picture of me. I mean, you might see, I might, like my house looked pretty in the snow once. I'm like, look, this is cool.
But you're not like, look where I am, look where I'm vacationing, or like, look at this, expensive, whatever it is. But you see a lot of that online, and I think a lot of people buy into that. A lot of those people aren't wealthy anyway, and then the people who view it, they're like, well, why not me?
They're all in fucking debt.
Right. Yeah.
All these social media influencers, they don't actually have money.
It's all bullshit.
You know what I want to see? I want to see your fucking 401k.
Yep.
I want to see your house. I want to see that you have no car payments.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
And, I'll show you someone without debt. I'll show you someone with a smile on their face because they wake up without stress.
Yeah. Good point.
And, you could take it. Look, I've been poor before. I don't want to go back. But, man, I know that, we saved. We lived well within our means. But everybody is so caught up in looking rich to a bunch of people who don't give a fuck about them.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't care.
Yeah.
As long as my kids are taken care of and I don't have hobbies, I don't golf, I don't spend money.
Yeah.
I just work. I love it though.
Brings us to our next question. God stack. If you had your druthers, what's the best stack?
Drugs?
Yeah.
So are we factoring in health? So if I'm doing it all over again, I would have 2 compounds and that's it. Testosterone and masteron. It is the safest. When I say safe, relative.
Right.
Yeah.
Talk to your doctor.
So if I was doing it all over again, because I did one big cycle in 2013, which was testosterone. Every other day I did testosterone, masteron, and trenbolone. Mm-hmm. And it was 100 milligrams every other day. Yeah. And then I finished off with 3 weeks of the devil's fucking poison.
Halo. Yeah, wow. I knew it. Dude, Mike Tyson used to take that shit to get real angry.
Is divorce in a bottle.
Yeah.
So at the time.
But does that actually put a lot of muscle on your body?
No, it makes you hard as fuck.
And there's no scientific reason.
Okay.
But let me give you a story. So I'm 1.5 weeks out. Okay. And I'm training at the time. I had this partner. His name was Tyson, this black dude. And my wife was training with me. And I remember we're at the gym, like, Katie, get this set. And I put 350. And at that time, it's like a week out. I didn't expect to get 225, right? Yeah. I put 315 on. I'm like, what the fuck? And at that time, I get 405 for maybe 2. Yeah. So I'm like, fuck it. Let's put 375. Yeah. I don't use that. I could do much more. And I'm like, 405. I'm like, okay, this is the most I'm going with, I promise. I got fucking 9. It's somewhere on YouTube. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, what the fuck?
That's hilarious.
And like, you're just not yourself. Yeah. They call it divorce in a bottle. Yeah. And I would never take it again.
Yeah. More so than Tren. Yeah.
But I was on both.
Oh, wow. Because I was telling Aaron, because I took Trend for a summer, and it's like this conversation couldn't happen. I would just be like, I need to be in a corner or something. Like I don't want to talk to anyone. I want quiet, and everything was irritating me if it wasn't working out.
Yeah.
It made me feel like shit, but the results were fantastic.
Trend didn't affect me much.
Oh, really? Okay.
Oh, here's you.
This is me and Mark Bell. I wasn't on Halo here. This is just
okay.
Yeah, that was just when I went Mark Bell.
Mark Bell's puffy there.
I got that up quick. Yeah, that went good.
That was you.
Wow. Holy shit. Fucking beast.
Is back in the day. Not that long ago.
I look pretty much the same.
You and your Bring the Ruckus shirt.
Yeah.
Most annoying behavior at the gym. Not yours, but what annoys you the most? Quick precursor. Today, I go to my backup gym because I'm in a rush. It's a retro fitness. I normally train at Jersey Barbell.
Very yellow.
I'm doing pull downs. I don't slam the weights. I let the weights down. Guy comes over. Could you not slam the weights and let him down quietly? And I go, you work here? He goes, yeah. What's your name? Jeff. I go, I'm Aaron. Fine. Put my headphones back on. And it's just fucking in my head and it won't go away. So half an hour later, he's trying to look at his abs. He's got no abs. And I go, can you not show your stomach, man? It's making all the members sick. But it's like,
don't mess with a comedian.
What's the worst behavior at a gym? It's not grunting. It's not slamming weights. What is it?
No, I think being kind of a clean freak hypochondriac, it's the sweat on the machines.
Okay.
Is nasty. But, you know, I take partial guilt for this because I was one of the first YouTube, but the tripods, I'm anti-tripod now.
Yeah.
And I love seeing young kids at the gym, but the posing in the mirror when you're like 15, you have no muscle.
Yeah.
Just focus on the lifting. And they're like standing, all three of them. They're like doing this, and you're like,
do you walk up sometimes and just, because I do.
Nah,
I do. As soon as I went to a tank today, I just walked up.
We just kind of, you know, I train in the morning with an ex D1 wrestler named Rex. We just kind of laugh.
Yeah.
There's no kids there at 5 a.m. It's when I have to go in the afternoon.
I was going to say that in the beginning when you mentioned 5 a.m. Like the best part of that is that there's nobody fucking there, you know?
I mean, it depends. My gym's pretty busy.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
It's pretty busy at that time. But these influencer gyms, those unemployed bastards don't wake up.
You're not seeing tripods at 5 a.m.
No, at 5 a.m. there's no tripods.
Right now.
You're not. Right. No. So again, that's the work hours. You got a bunch of poor working schlubs like me.
Yeah, right.
Trying to get it in before work so they could go to their kids' Little League game at night.
Yeah.
Dude, you brought us some product today.
That's the Nula Gourmet. That has Go BHB in it. Go BHB is obviously, it's my life. So it's smart energy. Yeah. So it's bioidentical to the ketones your body produces. But when your body is not in a ketogenic state, meaning not fasting or not depriving yourself of carbohydrate. So your body has something called dual fuel. So your brain prefers the Go BHB. Yeah. So it fuels your brain, extra effects on cognitive reaction, also tremendous liver health, kidney health, heart health, which you need on all the steroids you're on. Yeah. And no, it's the most fascinating ingredient. So you have a gram of that in there, but honestly, no seed oils, just a really tasty fucking bar.
Oh, wow.
Amazing. It's whole food based, so it's not going to make you poop your pants.
You always make really good, healthy shit.
I try. It's kind of my life's work. I've gone, more on the ingredients side now with Go BHB. I'm the president of Ketone Labs. Good. And it's the biggest blessing in the world. It's going to change world health. And Go BHB, if you're not taking it, I'll send you some. Okay. If you're not taking it, you should be. Okay. You should be.
Tell these people where to follow you and what else you're promoting.
Well, so obviously still tigerfitness.com. You can buy your supplements there. And then Go BHB, any brand that has it, that says Go BHB, it's using our material. But if you go to Clean Form Nutrition is one brand. It's a brand of Cernovich, and Cernovich does that myself. Tigerfitness.com. Let me see what else. There's a lot of things I do. So we got the Nula bar with Clean Form Nutrition, just came out with the pre-workout Birds of Prey. Tiger Fitness, MTS Nutrition has Go BHB, a new collagen, some really cool stuff over there.
Collagen, really important for skin,
what's
hair,
your favorite pre-workout
nails,
right now?
Right?
Birds of Prey.
Oh, yeah.
So it uses Go BHB instead of caffeine. So if you train in the evening, 35+% of people who train in the evening.
Right.
And you have a choice. You either take a pre-workout and sleep like shit,
Right.
Or you don't take a pre-workout, have a terrible workout and sleep okay. With Go BHB, you're getting cellular energy. So stimulant energy, basically caffeine comes, blocks adenosine. Once that wears off, that's not energy, that's stimulation. This actually gives your body energy, 225% more ATP than glucose. So it gives you all this energy. So you're powered through your workout, but actually it's been shown to enhance all quality markers of sleep. So it's called birds of prey.
And it doesn't cause anxiety or anything like that, like some like other stimulants and stuff like that.
No, it actually helps with anxiety.
Oh, wow.
So it's energy. It's powering your mitochondria.
Yeah.
It all works through the mitochondria. But think about it this way. All that other shit's really hard to remember. Smart energy. It's actual energy. It's actual cellular energy with tons of health benefits. And it's going to change the health of the world. And everybody should take Go BHB. Kids, adults, you name it. And also for people with like concussions, it's being used in Alzheimer's, dementia, because your brain, menopause, PMS, brain can't metabolize glucose when it's under stress, when it's inflamed, like a concussion, but your brain can process the ketones. So again, you get Birds of Prey on Amazon, type it in there, Clean Form Nutrition, Tiger Fitness. So all those places, that's the newest product. It's really dope.
Awesome.
It's delicious.
I know you're winding down. I got one more question.
Yep.
Do you do an intro workout shake?
I do.
Yeah.
So I'm the one who brought that category with Extend back in 2004.
Okay.
That was my category. I sold that company. It's owned by Nutrabolt, who owns Cellucor now. So I exited that in 2011.
Okay.
So yes, I do. What I like, so there's a product called Ambrosia Hydroglyphs, really good. MTS Nutrition Machine Fuel.
Okay.
I like to add extra Go BHB in it because the fuel, obviously, it's readily available.
Right.
But generally, I like to see electrolytes, sodium, potassium, magnesium, calcium as well. And then you also have, I like EAA or BCA or a little of each.
Okay.
And then, that's pretty much that.
You just sip it through the workout and
Yep.
Cool.
Absolutely.
Nice. Awesome.
Marc, thank you for being here, man.
Thank you.
Marc
We'll
Lobliner.
be back next week.
Yeah.
More badass juice.
Awesome. Thanks, man. That was awesome.
Nice flex, dude.
Yes.
I'll see that. It's popping.
From iron wombs our fathers dust breathe.